Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the High Moving Podcast. Some things are better left unsaid, right? So, Caitlin Clark is not on the USA roster, and I really don't have a problem with her not being on the roster. But the bigger issue is as the reason why she wasn't, right? I mean, they said that it was two sources for USA, both longtime USA basketball veterans, right? They said decades of experience, yada, 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 okay. They said that Friday that concerns over how Clark's millions of fans would react to what would likely be limited playing time on a stacked roster was a factor in the decision making. If true, that would be an extraordinary admission of the tension that is a multi-million-dollar sensation who signs autographs for dozens of children before and after every game has caused for the old guard of women's basketball. The two people spoke on a condition of anonymity because of the sensitivity of the matter. So even talking about Caitlin Clark is such a hot button subject, so sensitive, right? Look, they got these from anonymous people from USA Today. Okay, and this highlights the big problem. Look, the women's roster is the veteran squad. No problem with it. There's no rookie on the team. Okay, you know, they want to get gold. I got no issue with it. The only issue I have is Brittany Griner being on there. I thought she's anti-American. You know, and then you can trust her going to play in the Olympics, considering how she gets caught up in overseas nonsense. Whatever, right? But it shows you how women overall feel about Caitlin Clark, right? Millions of fans, right? Men, women, everybody's been drawn to Caitlin Clark, okay? And that is a problem when the WNBA has been asking, you know, or hoping they would have someone like this, not just for the WNBA, but for women's basketball, right? And of course, if Caitlin Clark made the team, there would have been a lot of veterans chirping, retirees, WNBA retirees chirping, why she make the team? That's probably the real backlash, right? Is like women are afraid of other women being scorned, right? You know, as opposed to just being happy that Caitlin Clark is in the game, in the women's game, doing what she's doing, bringing attention over. And even if she was on the Olympic roster, she would have represented the country very well. And who cares? Maybe she probably would have been, maybe she would have got some minutes, some viable minutes. You never know what she can contribute. You know, I'm not saying the women's basketball team is going to go ahead and dominate the Olympics, but, you know, if things get tight, there could be a chance for her to shine if she was on the team. You know what I'm saying? Even in a limited role, even if she was on the team with a limited role, fans wouldn't be complaining that she's not getting playing time. I think most people understand she's a rookie. Okay, I think people will complain if the women's team is just getting dogged by another team and you're not going to play Caitlin Clark to see what she can do to give this team a spark, right? So that's the only criticism I could potentially see. And then other women, bitter old women in the WNBA complaining, who've had their moments, complain about Caitlin Clark, you know, being on the roster. But again, I don't have a problem with her not being on the roster. I get it. We want to have a veteran squad. Sure, I see the plus side to having Caitlin Clark, you know, but I don't think that. The reasoning as to why not to put her on doesn't make any sense, right? So they know, right? They know the tension. They see it just like we do. But you have people in the media having to give Joe's the WNBA is a tough league. You know, we don't want baby Caitlin Clark. All of them know that Caitlin Clark is the new it girl, it woman, right? Okay, she is the main factor as to why viewership is where it's at and why everybody is talking about the WNBA in the manner. Nobody's talked about the WNBA like this since its inception. Even when it got started, nobody's talked about it, right? You know, maybe it was a big deal for women's league. Okay, cool. After that, it's just been silence, really, right? Nobody's really been chirping to this degree, which is good, right? This is exactly what you want. But you have folks, mainly women, I believe, that are not supportive of Caitlin Clark, and this highlights it, right? They were anonymous, the sources, because of the sensitivity. Like what? I mean, this isn't a war, right? This is sports. but it's women, so it gets emotional, so it's sensitive, right? So, man, crazy, yo. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all this. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.